Okay, so this is what you should come up with at the end. These colors right here, the tertiary colors, I probably took a little more time. You had to keep adding red and yellow to get a different tone between these two. Notice that your tertiary, your third colors, are darker than the blue and green. That's what we call subtractive color. So try the same thing with markers if you got them. Like I said, this is just a cheap kid's set of markers, but they'll do a wonderful job. I got the red here, so I'm just going to go in with the red and not cover the whole thing, because now I'm going to take my watercolor brush and add a little bit of water, so it's not so high intensity anymore. See how wonderfully the markers mix with the watercolor? Add a little bit of watercolor to that. Well, I don't want to do it on that one. Let me do another one. I'll do the red here. I'm going to make purple here. I got some blue. Like the marker, the red is much warmer, so it's making the purple much warmer. So the pigment that was in the marker looked a lot warmer, and even though I used a cool blue here, you can see I've got a warmer red-violet, so it kind of fits there. Over here with the blue, I'm going to try a mid-range blue. If you have a marker set that's got light and dark, and I would go for a mid-range, maybe this one here. And notice how these colors blend together. When I add water to this one, the purple's going to seep in. It's okay, I'm going to let a little bit of it seep in, because now I can see what the effect is when the red seeps into the purple that I already created. Pretty neat stuff, huh? So remember, this works with, ooh, look at that. This works with a cheap set of markers and a good set of watercolors. Does not work with a cheap set of watercolors and a good set of markers. Seriously. Because with a good set of markers, they're usually alcohol based, and you can't do this with the same effect. You might see all the craze on the internet about the alcohol inks. Yeah, it's a completely different medium or binder. Remember, binder is one of your key words. So, yeah, and of course, because of that, they're much more expensive. So cheap markers and a good set of watercolors, and you can have all kinds of effects. Look how this wonderful, this is marker, hard to believe that's marker, isn't it? Yeah, these actually have watercolor pigments in them too. So I'm going to keep going along here, and you guys have fun. But see, next we're going to get into talking about analogous colors, colors side by side on the color wheel. And you can see how wonderfully these blend here. So when you're blending from one color to another, you want to make sure and go around the color wheel. Don't hop across. Like if I added yellow to this purple or purple to this yellow, I'd probably get a muddy color. That can be pretty, but it's not usually the color that people that are new to watercolors expect.